Assalamu alaikum. You can see that you can guess from this picture what we are going to, which optical instrument we are going to do today. The optical instrument, yes, we are going to do today is telescope. Now, what these are the different kind of the telescope. These are the two telescope we are using on Earth, and this is the Hubble telescope that is sent by the scientists in the space. That gives us more information about the space, deep in the space. Now, for we are going to study, uh, describe the working and uses of a telescope. And the second thing is draw a ray diagram of a simple telescope and mention its magnifying power. Now, for that, first is what is a telescope? Now, telescope is a device that is used to form the images of the distinct object. The telescope is the most powerful tool that is in astronomy. So, with the help of the telescope, different modern telescopes are developed, and we are able to study the deep space. And we are and the Hubble telescope is also sent in the space that it gives the images of the different planets, even those who are very closer to the sun. Okay, now it provides a mean of collecting and analyzing radiation from celestial objects, even those in the far reaches of the universe. Now, in everyday life, we use telescope or a pair of binoculars when we want to see greater details on a distant object. And these on Earth we are using is called, that is your terrestrial telescopes. The size of telescope determines how much detail we can see and the brightness of the image. Now you can, I'm going to show you a video. So with the help of the video, you are able to know more about the basis of the telescope. Okay, now you can see that whenever you see a clear night sky, you see the moon and the star on them, and sometimes we want to see them very close to us. We want to see them bigger, and this can be done by using a telescope. Now, what is a telescope? It is a tube that is mount. This is the tube telescope, and this is the tripod stand on which this tube is mounted. This tube can be moved on any part, can be moved and fixed on any part on the sky. The front part that contains a lens, and this lens is called objective, and this is pointing towards the moon, star, or any celestial bodies. And the second is the eyepiece, and with the help of the eyepiece, we are able to see a large magnified and virtual image of the that distinct object. Okay, now what is important is what is inside that tube. You can see the tube can, distance between the tube can be fixed. At one end it has a lens that is objective, a bigger lens, and other it has a eyepiece that is a smaller lens. And you know that a simple magnifying glass is a simple convex lens, and we are able to see the magnified image of that. And you can see that it is thicker in the middle and thinner at the edges. So what is the function of this lens is, how this lens operates. After receiving the parallel beam of rays from a distant object, it converges, and it converges. The point is called focus point. So, with the help of this single convex lens, we are able to burn a combustible material. So because it focus all the heat to a single point. Now this is your objective lens, and this is your IP lens. uh, the objective is towards the object. The parallel rays are coming from the distant stars. It converges after passing through the lens till on the till the focus of the eyepiece, and over here it formed the image, and then it continued to move and diverge, and again this beam is converted into parallel rays that enters our eye, and we are able to see the magnified erect image of that object. Now you can see that in we are able to see a very big object. Since the objects are round shape or any like this, so inverted or image or the erect image doesn't matter. Now the telescope, with the help of telescope we can see the moon, you can see the magnified moon and or the Mercury and every other planets. So this is the working of uh, your simple telescope. Okay, now so we are going to move what is the function of the telescope. So there are the three functions of the telescope. It collects more light, it resolves close objects. Resolves close object means whenever there are two stars are very close and we are unable to see them separately, the resolving power of the microscope helps us uh, just to separate those objects at a distance, and we are able to see those two objects separately with the help of the resolving power, and it also magnifies. Resolving power is more important than magnifying power in the telescope. Now, where we are using them? Obviously, one, we are using them to observe and study the space like stars, galaxies, planets, satellites, comets, etc. On Earth, we use them watching birds, ships, etc. Telescopes, new kind of telescopes allow us to study objects in the universe by detecting heat and radio waves or X-rays. Terrestrial telescopes are most commonly used for high magnification viewing over long distance in daylight. Okay, now working. Telescope use lenses to gather more light than the human eye could collect on its own, because telescope the objective is a very bigger uh, uh, it is a very bigger one and has a very large focal length, so it collects more and more light from the distinct object, and it distinct object, because of more light collection, appear brighter, clear and magnified. How it is magnified we are going to see the later with the help of the ray diagram. This type of telescope is called refracting telescope. Astronomical telescope make use of two positive lenses. The positive lenses means the two converging lenses. The converging lenses means the two convex lenses. The objective which forms the image of a distinct object at its focal length, and the eyepiece which acts as a simple magnifier with which to view the image formed by the objective. Now watch, we are going to watch the video carefully just to see how the working and